Hey again, folks. We're taking a look at the next size up of these Beast Hunters Cyberverse figures. So here we have Beast Hunters Cyberverse Commander Optimus Prime. And as you can see, he's a kind of a beefy, stout fellow with a lot of real menacing lines to him, especially these big groin teethies. I don't know about you, but I'd be afraid to have giant teeth near my groin. Now, overall, it's a pretty solid figure, and I do have a couple of gripes. The head that just rolls back and forth kind of annoys me. It's kind of a nondescript sculpt, too. And the smokestacks being part of the hands and their undercarriage sticking that far forward on the arms kind of irks me, too. But other than that, and the usual Cyberverse kind of having not much of a back thing, this is a fantastic little guy for about $10. And he does come with a couple of accessories too. Cyberverse commanders typically run to having 2 accessories, give or take. He comes with his own miniature gray plastic version of the Star Saver as seen in Transformers Prime. Now he can hold it in either hand or mounted on a mounting point. Like you could stick it in his hand like so to mimic the blades as seen in the show, or you can just have him hold it like usual. And it stands up pretty well on its own. He also comes with this unusual little missile launcher. Now it's not spring-loaded, it's actually just tension mounted. The little ball, when pressed hard enough, will simply launch. Like so. Flies a fair distance, and it's a pretty nice little doodad. Personally, I think the missile is a little bit long. I would have rather had the extra plastic that's in the missile used towards making the launcher itself a little longer to make it feel more substantial. Now this one also looks right at home in his hand.
Bumblebee, I told you you couldn't borrow the car. You made me do this. Bumblebee? Bumblebee? Why, God! Primus, help me! What have I done? That wasn't even really a car he borrowed. He just turned into a car.
Yeah, speaking of cars, that's enough of my hamminess. Alright, his transformation is real simple, but still kind of satisfying. You fold up the feet. You reach down underneath. Where are you? There it is. Reach down underneath. Oh, sorry, reach up front. And pull the cage around like so, then lock the legs in place with this little peg right there. There we go. And there's some little pegs inside the cage that go together. There we go. Next, we kind of unpin the chest, pull it back a little bit, roll Prime's head back. Let's see if I can remember how to do this without derping it up too much. It's been a little while since I transformed this guy. Alright, smokestack. There we go. Rotate it around so the smokestack is on the outside. While removing the missile launcher. Wait a minute, I'm doing something definitely wrong here. Yes. This entire segment with Prime's head and whatnot here rotates around. So I had that upside down. I do that. I've done that more than once. Alright. Once you do that, all you simply do is fold this piece up at the shoulder and bring it inside. Whoops. Gotta make sure that the smokestack area is where it belongs. Does tend to derp around a little bit in there. Then, between the smokestack and the shoulder, there's a little peg. Make sure that's in place. And bring it in. Then repeat on the opposite side, bringing it in and closing it up. And there's also some little pegs up along the top. Now, once you get those in, this is something I missed a lot. This little blue peg right in front of my nail there goes into a little groove back there on each side of the toy, and that gives it some much needed stability in this vehicle mode. There we go. Then all you gotta do is make sure that all the panels line up more or less, and there you have what looks like, for all intents and purposes, a scary Mad Max Jurassic Park mashup Optimus Prime, and you know what? I kinda dig it. Optimus Prime is always just this sleek-looking thing, and here he is just this frickin' beast. This truck is built like a brick shithouse. Looks like it could hit an office building and walk away smiling. Can mount the missile launchers on the little pegs back here, and do the same with the Star Saber, so you can display him with his stuff if you want to display him in this mode. Oh, another peg I missed is these two joints paid together back there. He rolls great. He's got a total of 6 nice wheels. He's got some decent paint apps. Overall, this is just a fantastic vehicle mode. And one thing people are probably going to wonder and or ask me, if anyone bothers to post comments, will be, can you fit figures in there? None that I have found. No, don't worry, that was just Jazz falling over. No one cares about him. Anyhow, let's bring him back to robot mode for a minute so I can go over the posability of this guy real quick. Yeah, after you do this a couple of times, it stops taking very long. Alright, he has ball-jointed shoulders and elbows, which give him some pretty good range of motion in his arms. His head, as I've mentioned, is just on a forward and back hinge, which annoys me to no end. He's got a good degree of articulation in the legs, allowing for some fairly dynamic poses.
Bumblebee, I told you not to eat the last of the peanut butter. Now I'm going to have to hurt you again. Why do you always make me hurt you, Bumblebee?
So yeah, the aesthetic is definitely not going to be for everyone, but this is an awesome little figure. And I definitely recommend anyone who's curious to go in the store to have a little peek at this guy. He's got a lot of nice surprises, like paint apps on his tire rims, and the nice detail with the chrome on his forearms, and the really minute detailing around his window. He's just a great figure for the price. Oh, no wonder he wasn't standing upright. I left the feet in when I transformed him back. Anyhow, good figure. Go now. Go and buy.